Hi there! If you're familiar to my blog, you'll know that I'm in the middle of a series on attachment. If you're new, you might want to go back and review my last 2 posts. Because today, I'm going to talk about the blocks to recognizing and speaking up about our emotional, vulnerable needs. These blocks come from defense mechanisms that arise over time as we have experiences with other people and get hurt. These defense mechanisms are so natural and important to protect us from pain, but they become blocks when we allow these protective mechanisms to stay all of the time, even when it is safe. I'm reminded of the movie Finding Nemo. There's a scene where Marlin is talking to Dory about his fervent mission to protect Nemo, and he says, "I promise I'd never let anything happen to him." And Dory responds, "Well, you can't never let anything happen to him. Then nothing would ever happen to him." In a way, we do this with ourselves. When we get hurt, we don't like it, duh. We try various ways to avoid being hurt again. Usually this means protecting our most vulnerable parts. Here are a few of the usual ways this can look. There's the joker, the funny one, always cracking jokes, especially when a conversation gets too heavy. There's the sarcastic, "I'll poke you before you poke me." The intellectual, analyzing things so carefully and thoroughly so that no one can guess at the vulnerable emotions underneath. This person will use really big words to throw people off the scent. There's the rescuer. They're for you, focus on your needs, but won't let you know when they need you. The victim, using negativity and helplessness as a shield. It's all defeat with no picture of true needs that will allow for help. And the blamer, who will tell you that it's all your fault that their needs aren't met. Sure, they've got needs, but they're not going to tell you what they really are until you prove that you'll never let them down. Do any of these sound familiar? There are many more. Blocks can take so many forms that it's sometimes hard to recognize what they are, blocks to connection. As I said before, protective mechanisms are important. We all have them. Not every person or situation is safe to be vulnerable with all the time. Just as you probably wouldn't go walking down the street naked, you probably won't go showing your vulnerabilities to every person you meet. But when it is safe, can you let go of those protections? Can you get emotionally naked with your partner when you need to? If you feel tense at the thought, then you're probably getting close to your own blocks. Showing our vulnerability side does feel risky. You can't guarantee how someone will respond to you. That's the best and the toughest part of deep intimacy. When you do take the risk, moving from your place of emotional safety and jumping into the unknown, letting yourself be caught. When it works, it feels great. When you're dropped, it hurts. In those moments where you're dropped and it hurts, it helps to recognize what's happening, why it hurts, and how to get up and try again. When your relationship is safe and secure, you can repair, reconnect, and find that safety again. Blocks can be very confusing, especially when you're not aware that you're doing it yourself. Most of the work I do with couples in therapy is to help them recognize their own blocks when they are reaching for their partner. So next week, I'm going to talk a little more specifically about how to recognize when a block is happening. Because once you can see that, you can start to look a little deeper into what your own vulnerability is. To get notifications when these new posts go live, you can subscribe or follow my social media. Find me at The Cherished Marriage on Instagram or Facebook. You can also sign up for my free 7-day communication course and get updates sent right to your email inbox. Find the link at thecherishedmarriage.com. I'm looking forward to seeing you next week. Bye for now.